Then substitute the equation number 2 and 3 in star. You can see so a of r comma t is approximately equal to mu naught I naught b divided by 4 pi y cap, because the magnetic vector potential is aligned or is directed to y cap direction. So next, integration 0 to pi cos omega t minus r by c minus omega b. So I substitute this in here into, this is 1 by curly r, into cos phi dash into d phi dash. Okay, then finally I multiply this 1 plus b by r sin theta cos phi dash into this cos function and simplify this equation. Finally we get this one. This is the final equation after multiplication and here, so I dropping the b square term, because b is very small, then b square is very small, so I dropping b square term. So you can see here there is a b term and here is a b term, so multiplying these two we get b square, so I neglecting b square term. The first term involves the integral, so you can see in this integral, so this is the first term, so this first term, because here the integration for phi dash, you can see integration only operating on the phi dash term, so this cos of omega t minus r by c can be considered as a constant. So the first term is just integrating only cos phi dash term. So integral only involves cos phi dash term. Okay, you can see here cos phi dash, integral 0 to 2 pi cos phi dash into d phi dash, the integral is equal to 0. So that means the first term becomes 0. Next we calculate the second term. So the second term is inverse the integral cos square phi dash, integral 0 to 2 pi cos square phi dash into d phi dash, which is equal to pi. The value of this one is pi. You can see here there is a cos phi dash and here there is a cos phi dash. The multiplication of these two number we get cos square phi dash d phi dash. Okay, and other terms b sin theta and other cos omega t minus r by c and sin omega t minus r by c can be considered constant. The integration must be applied only for phi dash. Okay, the value for this cos square phi dash into d phi dash is only pi. So next we move on to next page. Putting these in, the magnetic potential becomes like that: mu naught I naught b square pi 4 pi into sin theta divided by r into 1 by r cos omega t minus r by c minus omega t minus r by c into phi cap. So here the magnetic potential is lie along phi cap direction. Okay, in the static limit, so here we calculated the potential in dynamics, means electrodynamics. Okay, here we consider the time varying current. So here current is oscillating. For static case, omega is becomes 0. For static case, omega becomes 0. So the equation becomes, for static, the equation becomes like this: A of r theta is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi m naught sin theta divided by r square phi cap. So m naught is, we already assigned the value of the m naught is. Next, in the radiation zone, means approximation number 3, here the r is the middle of the circular orbit to the field position. This is the distance between the middle of the circular orbit to the field position is very much greater than lambda. C by omega is nothing but lambda. Okay. Next, so using this approximation, the first term in the A is negligible. First term in the A is negligible, means this term is negligible because r is greater than. So 1 by r is less. So that's why A of r comma theta comma t, which is equal to minus mu naught m naught omega divided by 4 pi c sin theta by r, sin omega t minus r by c into phi cap. So this is the vector potential due to the oscillating current in the circular conducting wire. Okay, or this is the oscillating, the potential, magnetic potential of the oscillating magnetic dipole. Okay. Next we calculate the vector potential, means here we calculate the vector potential. Next we calculate the scalar potential, means electric potential. Okay, the loop is uncharged, so the scalar potential is 0. So loop, the circular conducting loop have, there is no charges, means it is a neutral. The circular conductor is, it is a neutral, so that's why there is no potential. V becomes 0. Next, so we have only the vector potential. So we can calculate the electric field due to the vector potential. We can use this formula: E is equal to minus gradient V minus dou A by dou T. So here V is 0, so E becomes only minus dou A by dou T. Next, E is equal to minus dou A by dou T, which is equal to mu naught. So differentiation with respect to time, which is gives the electric field. So electric field is mu naught m naught omega square divided by 4 pi c sin theta by r into cos of omega t minus r by c into phi cap. This is the electric field due to the oscillating magnetic dipole. Next, similarly, we calculate the B, magnetic field due to the oscillating magnetic dipole. So we can use this formula: B is equal to curl of A. Okay. Next, curl of A of theta cap direction. Why we choose this theta cap direction? Here E is a phi cap direction, and the radiation is, means the wave is propagated along the r cap direction. So r cap is the propagation direction, and phi cap is the electric wave direction. So we know this electromagnetic radiation is transverse, means fields are perpendicular to each other. So that's why E is a phi cap direction. So it gives B is must be a theta cap direction. So then we can only calculate curl of A of theta cap component. So this is the equation to calculate the magnetic field. So 1 by r into 1 over sine theta dou a r by dou phi minus dou by dou r into r comma v phi theta cap. Next, using this equation we calculate the b. So we already know the value of a means magnetic potential is this is, so it has only phi cap direction. You can see it has only phi cap direction, so there is no r cap direction, so that's why ar becomes 0. So ar becomes 0. Next, b is equal to curl of a. So finally we have, this is the equation to calculate the magnetic field. So b is equal to curl of a, which is equal to, this is the magnetic field due to the magnetic dipole moment. You can see this magnetic field is in theta cap direction, this is phi cap direction. Next we move on to next page. So these fields are in phase. You can see these two fields are in phase. So there is no lagging or leading in between the two magnetic waves, means magnetic waves and electric waves. So this is in phase. Next, these two mutually perpendicular. These electric wave and magnetic wave are mutually perpendicular. You can see E is in phi cap, electric wave is in phi cap, and B is in theta cap. So mutually perpendicular to each other. Next, and transfers to the direction of the propagation. So the electric wave is propagating along r cap direction, so there is no vibrations along the phi cap and theta cap. The energy flux for magnetic dipole and the ratio of the amplitude is E naught by B naught is equal to C. You already know in the electromagnetic radiation the ratio of the amplitudes between electric wave and magnetic wave is C. So we get the same answer. Okay. Next, the energy flux for magnetic dipole radiation is S r comma t, which is equal to 1 over mu naught E cross B. This is the energy flux due to the magnetic dipole radiation. We can calculate this formula, Poynting theorem. S is equal to 1 over mu naught E cross B. So it gives mu naught divided by C, m naught omega square divided by 4 pi c into sin theta or cos omega t minus r by c whole square into r cap. You can see both electric wave and magnetic wave have same magnitude, mu naught m naught omega square 4 pi c, and here it is also mu naught m naught omega square divided by 4 pi c square sin theta by r cos omega t minus r by c. So we have same magnitude, so that's why here is squaring. Next, intensity. So intensity, it gives the average of the Poynting vector, it gives the intensity. So this is the intensity. So mu naught into m naught square, here there is a square, omega power 4, here omega square, so omega square into omega square, omega power 4 divided by 4 into 4, 16 pi square c cube, here c square and there is a c, so c cube, sin square theta divided by r square into r cap, So here 16. So average of the cos square omega t minus r by c, it gives the 1 by 2. So 2 into 16 is 32. 2 into 16 is 32. Okay. Next. So total power is gives the integration intensity dot dA. Intensity is nothing but the average of pointing vector S. So S dot dA, which gives the total. So mu naught m naught omega power 4 32 pi square c cube into sin square theta r square sin theta d phi. So value of the, after simplification, we get the power P is equal to this one, mu naught m naught square omega 4 12 pi c cube. So next, so here the intensity have sin square theta divided by r square. Sin square theta divided by r square. Here the intensity along the magnetic dipole oscillation direction, there is no radiation because sin theta. You can see in the diagram. You can see in the direction. So in the diagram, so intensity is directly proportional to sin square theta. Intensity is directly proportional to sin square theta. So this is the theta. You can see this is theta. So this is the direction of the oscillating direction of the magnetic dipole. So in this direction there is no radiation because we have sin theta. Sin 0 becomes 0, so there is no radiation on the oscillating direction of the magnetic dipole. So we have intensity profile like donut shape. We have intensity profile is like donut shape. So we have the maximum radiation along x-axis, or theta is equal to 90 degree. Theta is equal to 90 degree. We have maximum intensity or maximum radiation perpendicular to the oscillating direction. You can see the donut. So this is the donut. So radiation of the magnetic dipole is, the radiation profile is like a donut. So this is the magnetic oscillating direction. So on this direction there is no radiation, and maximum is at theta is equal to 90 degree. Next, the ratio of power radiated by a magnetic dipole and electric dipole is given by. So this is the power radiated by a magnetic dipole and this is the power radiated by a electric dipole. The ratio becomes like this. So we can here the cancels the mu naught term, omega power 4 12 pi c and c cube is cancels. So only remaining term is m naught divided by p naught c whole square. The power radiated by a electrically is enormously greater. So electric dipole is radiates a more radiation than the magnetic dipole. So this ratio gives this information, where m naught is the pi b square I naught and p naught is the q naught into d. So then I can compare the magnetic dipole and electric dipole. So I naught is becomes q naught into omega. Q naught into omega gives I naught. Then d is equal to pi into b. D is equal to pi into b. So for the sake of comparison, we can substitute these items I naught and D is equal to pi b. So finally we get the ratio of the P magnetic divided by P electric, which is equal to omega b divided by C whole square. So one should be expect electric dipole radiation is dominant because this term is very less. B it is in nanometer, so B square so is very small, so that's why P electric is dominated. So this is the my topic, magnetic dipole radiation. So okay.